Hey everybody, it's Daniel. I recently got a comment on my video about the expression me gusta. Harold wants to know about me encanta, which is similar but has a slightly different meaning. Me encanta is I love it, basically. I like it a lot or I love it. We'll talk a little bit more about how to say you love someone in a moment, but basically the difference between me gusta and me encanta is that me gusta is I like it and me encanta is I love it. It's a stronger feeling. If I say me gusta la comida española, I like Spanish food. I could also say me encanta la comida japonesa. I love Japanese food. Me encanta is just a stronger emotion there. Harold, in his comment, also says that he has a lot of Latin American Spanish with an emphasis on Mexican Spanish. That is something I do not know much about these days. I came to Spain 20 years ago, almost 21 years ago, speaking Mexican Spanish, and they quickly discouraged me from doing that out here. So I don't know a ton of Mexican Spanish these days. I'm sure it's a bit different. I don't think this point is very different. Me gusta and me encanta. I will say that I have heard Mexican people using amo to mean that they love something. Amo el chocolate. I love chocolate. Amo el verano. I love summer. Here in Spain, that is not how we use the verb amar. Amo is just the first person conjugation of amar. Here in Spain, we use amar to say that we love people, like romantically. So I would say amo a mi mujer. I love my wife. That is somewhat different than my feelings toward, Spanish omelet. But in Mexico, I know you could say amo la tortilla de patatas. I love Spanish omelet. So that's pretty simple. I've got several examples of me encanta and also le encanta for third person. We're going to talk about it right now. Me encanta el chocolate. Okay, very simple, basic example. I love chocolate. Me encanta el chocolate. This is similar to me gusta. Me gusta is basically, it is pleasing to me. The literal translation would be, it is pleasing to me. Me encanta would actually be, it is enchanting to me, if we're translating literally. But the important thing here is that the me encanta el chocolate is the thing that causes the emotion in me. That's what we're describing here. Me encanta el chocolate. So there's no yo in this sentence. It is not yo encanto. Yo encanto a Maria would be I am enchanting to Maria. Completely different thing. So, me encanta el chocolate. If we're talking in plural, this is just like gustar, by the way. If we're talking in plural, me encantan. We have to conjugate for plural. Me encantan tus zapatillas. I love your tennis shoes, your trainers. Trainers is the British word, but sports shoes. Me encantan tus zapatillas. Here in Spain, at least, people might object if you use the word zapatos to talk about, running shoes. They might point out that running shoes or tennis shoes or something are zapatillas. Anyway, pretty similar words. You could probably get away with it, but people might grumble. So, me encantan tus zapatillas. I love your running shoes. That's with the encantan, the N on the end, because zapatillas are plural. We could also say, me encantan los días con nieve. I love snowy days. Me encantan los días con nieve. We could say, me encanta este pueblo. Talking about, a singular thing again. I love this town. Me encanta este pueblo. We could say, me encanta el café con hielo. I love iced coffee. I'm still sort of waiting for the Spanish to discover iced coffee, like a big glass of iced coffee like we have in the US and many other countries. Here they give you like a shot of espresso and one ice cube and call it a day. Me encanta el café con hielo. I love iced coffee. The other thing is we can use me encanta with a verb. Me encanta viajar. I love traveling. In this case, we use the verb in infinitive in Spanish, so it's very easy. In English, we would use the ing form of the verb. I love traveling. That is something that is very difficult to teach Spanish people to do because they're just used to, the infinitive. Me encanta viajar. So that is, I love traveling, the verb viajar in infinitive. We just use it like it's a singular noun. Me gusta viajar, me encanta viajar. And I suppose some people out there are saying amo viajar. I have a few examples of a alguien le encanta. These are for third person examples. A Maria le encanta bailar. The a at the beginning of these sentences is just there. It's called the personal a. Just use it and don't worry about it. A Maria le encanta bailar. The conjugation of the verb doesn't change because it's, a singular thing. Le encanta. What changes is the le. Le refers to Maria. A Maria le encanta bailar. Maria loves dancing. A Miguel le encanta nadar. Miguel loves swimming. A Miguel le encanta nadar. A mis padres les encanta viajar. Les encanta because my parents are plural. A mis padres les encanta viajar. That sentence is, my parents love traveling. Again, if we wanted to use something else, we could say, a mis padres les encanta quedarse en casa. My parents love staying home, for example. I don't think there's a lot more to say about me encanta. You could ask the question, ¿te encanta viajar? ¿No te encanta viajar? Actually, ¿te encanta viajar sounds kind of dumb to me. I would just say, ¿te gusta viajar? But I could ask the rhetorical question, ¿no te encanta viajar? Which is like, don't you love traveling? I'm expecting that you do, so I'm phrasing it this way. ¿No te encanta viajar? ¿No te encanta la comida japonesa? I'm just putting the no at the beginning, and it's a rhetorical question. The same thing in English where we would say, don't you love Japanese food? I'm not being negative, I'm being very positive. So that is me encanta. Thanks to Harold for the comment. I appreciate it. If you have a question about Spanish, please leave it in a comment on this video. I'll try to answer it. Check out my podcast, Spain to Go. I've got a podcast. It is here on YouTube. It is on Apple Podcasts, and it is on Spotify. Spain to Go, with about 115 episodes up till now, and, more soon. That is about Spanish culture, Spanish lifestyles, etc. I've been here, like I said, for over 20 years. Got a lot to say. Thank you again, and hasta la próxima. Bye.